If you ever hear any dogs screaming or children screaming or people yelling, that is not me, that is my neighbors. It's like they have never lived in civilization before, so if you hear any of that, just ignore it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a everyday makeup tutorial. I'm very excited to show you guys what I normally do. So I did my eyebrows off camera because they take so freaking long, and then I also primed and did my skincare off camera as well. I used the Osmosis Clear, and then next, because I have really dry skin, I use this moisturizer from Pavonia, and it is the Soothing Sensitive Skin Cream. This is amazing. It has helped me so much, and I often switch between my different Mario Badescu sprays. So today I just used the aloe, cucumber and green tea one. First thing I'm going to do is color correct with the Australis Conceal Correct 4-in-1 concealer corrector palette. Comes with and a little mirror, so that's very cute. I don't know if this actually does anything, but I feel good when I put it on. So in all the areas that I am red, I'm just going to put the green just with my finger. Next, I'm going to go in with the purple and use that underneath my under eye. Okay, now that I've put all the colors everywhere, I just get the orange one and then I just put it over wherever I put the concealer. I don't know if I told you guys, but I primed as well with a pore filling primer. I always use one of these because my pores on my cheeks and like my creases and stuff like that are like really bad when I wear foundation. So I just use the Maybelline New York Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser primer. Now I'm going to be going on to foundation. So for foundation, I'm using the Australis Stay Put Longwear foundation. Now the thing about this foundation, I'll let you in a little secret, it's actually really shit. So I got this on sale for like $5, which is like unheard of for foundation. So yeah, they actually don't sell this anymore. So it's actually discontinued, and it's like not in my color. I'm already like really pale, but this is like next level pale. But like when I powder and like add my bronzer and contour, it looks alright. But yeah, it's not really good, this foundation. I'm going to use my Zoeva 102 Silk Finish brush. I absolutely love this foundation brush. It's so dense and it just does everything. So I'm gonna put a bit of this on the back of my hand, put it all over, and then yeah, that's that. I swear, how I used to do my makeup was so different to how I do it now. It's like actually ridiculous. Just how I do my makeup in general, it's just really different. And you know what? If I can improve, anyone else can improve. That's what I'm gonna say, because my makeup used to be absolutely shocking. Like, as you can see, this is already like really white. How I do my makeup now makes it look nicer. I used to wear this every day for school when I used to go to school, and it wasn't very good. By the end of the day, I would look like a mummy who had just unwrapped all of its bandages. It was absolutely horrible. I used to never use a foundation brush. I thought that was like a lie, and now foundation brushes are like my favorite thing. So now that I've got that all placed down pretty dodgily, I'm going to use my Morphe sponge and spray it with a bit of Mario Badescu because I've been getting into like wetting my beauty blender lately. I'm just gonna go in and blend everything out so it just looks a bit more seamless and normal, because it looks a bit, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks a bit shocking now. So just blend that all in. Okay, now I'm going to go in with concealer. And now I'm going to be using one of my favorite concealers like ever. It's the Maybelline New York Superstay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer in the shade Ivory 05. This concealer is absolutely amazing. When it's full price, it's $22. For something that's literally the size of my hand, it's like, she's thin. And this costs $22. So I get it on sale for $10. That's why I have like 4. I'm just gonna put a little bit. When I was younger, I used to use the e.l.f. concealer underneath my foundation, put a thick layer of full coverage foundation on, and then put the same concealer on again. What was I doing? Like, seriously. Next, I'm going to be going with the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. And now I'm going to be going with my Chi Chi Beauty Blender and just setting the areas that I put the concealer in. The one thing I like about the Chi Chi Beauty Blenders is that they're really like light. So for powder, I feel like something that's a bit more lighter is just so much better. Now to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline New York Fit Me Matte and Poreless Press Powder in the shade 110 Porcelain, and I'm just gonna set the entirety of my face with a Morphe X Jeffree Star JS2 brush. I'm not going to like heavy with the powder because I want to set it. I don't want to look just crazy. Like, that's pretty much it for that. Next, I'm going to be using the Morphe Highlight plus Contour palette plus Illuminating palette plus Contouring. The 8L1. This is what it looks like inside. I have demolished the highlighters, as you can tell, and I've actually hit pan very tiny on Literati. That is a wonderful shade to start with. So now I'm going to be using my Zoeva 126 Luxe Cheek Finish. The one that looks like this. And now for contour, a little trick that I learnt a little while ago by Miss Fame. Actually, I learnt this from Miss Fame. I used to do my contour right to like the end of my lip here and do it really harsh line. It looked absolutely horrible, and I used to wonder, why am I not getting the same look as all the other like beauty gurus and stuff like that. Basically, in Miss Fame's class, she put the contour but just over here, so it's like creating the, as you can see, like this side looks more flat and this side looks more wide. That's because I've just put the contour just where you'd put your blush normally. I just stop right there, and with a really light hand I just go in circular motions and I just put it over there. I don't go too crazy with it, and then I blend it out. Even sometimes I get my powder brush and dip it in some loose powder and I like go over it like that, or I use a beauty blender with some like loose powder on it again and I just tap it like that, and it just makes it, I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but it looks good in real life, like trust me. Like when I look at it face on, you can tell that there's a difference, I think. And then I get the other 3 shades and then I just put them right over here, and now that's pretty much what I'm left with. Like that, I blend it out and I add contour everywhere else. So now I'm just gonna add that shade Literati everywhere else and then do the same cheekbone thing on the other side. Now I'm just gonna get the beauty blender and just a little bit of the powder, just tiny bit of loose powder. I'm gonna go back in with my JS2 brush, and the loose powder that I used to set my concealer, I'm gonna wipe that off now, just very lightly. I use the end and I just go crazy like that. This helps me to not disturb the foundation that's underneath. Okay, next we are at my absolute favorite step, nose contouring. I used to not nose contour, and at one point not contour at all. Don't know what was going through my mind, but contouring and nose contour, I can't live without that shit. So I'm gonna go back into my little Morphe palette. I'm just gonna be using the shade Literati again, and I went to Morphe the other day and I picked up a nose contouring brush, and I am so bloody excited. It is the Morphe E62 brush. I'm gonna get a little bit of the product on the brush and just tap off pretty aggressively. I'm just gonna do what I normally do. Next, I'm going to get the shade Enemy in the palette, just a little bit, and tap off and use this to sort of create like a button nose look. It doesn't really look like that, but wipe off a bit of the excess product on here and I just blend it out a little bit. I always bring my contour at the top into my crease. It just makes it look a bit more natural, even though everything about what I'm doing is not natural. So next, the most crucial step, baking. Now I get my loose powder. I've just been using the same Too Faced Born This Way powder. So in all the spots that basically the concealer was placed long ago, I pretty much put powder there. I pretty much do exactly that, and then I just wipe it off basically after I've done everything. So I'm going to go in with blush, and what I like to use for blush is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Party. The lid is broken and I have hit pan tremendously, but let's not talk about that. I'm going to be using my Zoeva 101 Luxe Face Diviner. I get this and I just, however much feels right, and I put it in the apples of my cheeks and I sort of like blend it into my contour. I started doing this because for makeup day, me and my friend Alexia, I went as Freddie Mercury in the I Wanna Break Free music video. Full get up, wig and mustache and all, and she came as Rogerina. And I noticed in the makeup for that the blush was placed really high and it blended into the contour. And I thought, that is the best thing I've seen in my life. I need to start doing that right now. And I started doing that. So I quite like doing it like that. And I pretty much just follow, and I put some on my cheek, a little bit here, even though it doesn't really show up there. I just feel good when I put it there. Next step is bronzer. It's the Maybelline New York City bronzer, the bronzer and contour powder in the shade Light Cool 100. There's this brush from Crown that I have had for probably 6 years. Disgusting, I know, but the hairs aren't falling out yet, so I can still use it. Swirl that bitch in there, and then I just go to town on these cheeks. And I like to put the contour first, the blush, and then the bronzer, because I'll lay the contour down as a base, and then the blush I'll add some colour, and then this one will sort of blend into the blush and make it all seem a bit more seamless. And I'm also just gonna wipe away whatever's left if it hasn't fallen away for that powder that I used to cut my cheeks. My two probably biggest influences for makeup, originally it started with Michael Finch. I still love him, but I learned a lot about how to do makeup by watching his videos. I was like so obsessed, it was actually like it was alarming. And I learned a lot of my techniques that I have now, or even just like how to put on makeup. I learned that through him because I would always see how he put his makeup on, and I just was like, I want to look like that so bad. So just started following his stuff, I guess. And Jeffree Star, I've learnt a lot of things off Jeffree Star. I think we all have, to be fair. But Jeffree Star, he's an absolute icon. I have one of his highlighters, and my god, that should be illegal how good it is. I just get this small crease brush from Sportscar. I used to use this to contour my nose, and now I use this. There's an obvious difference here. Now I just use this to just contour my lips, I guess. They're quite big anyway, but again, this is just to like even out all the colours in my face. I learned this from Corey Reynolds, or Corey Reynolds, or Corey. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but just underneath, it creates a bit of shadow, as you can see, and it just makes everything more seamless. And now, what I do is, I get the same brush here, dip into the same bronzer, just put a little bit in my eye. In my eye? No. I put a little bit in my crease, just to add some more colour and make it not look as plain. Day to day, I just put like a bronzer or a contour shade in my crease, because it just makes everything just fit together nicely. And now, what I like to do is I like to go back into this palette and just use the shade Lit over here. As you can see, I have abused this shade. Get it on my finger and then just put it over here. I go back in with my JS2 and I wipe away the powder on my nose, because it's been sitting there for a little bit, and it turns out nicer when you let it sit for a bit. I like to put a bit of blush on my nose. I do this after I've wiped off the contour. I don't know if it makes a difference, but just on the end of the nose, the little tip of the nose, just a little bit on the bridge. Now I'm gonna do highlight. And I feel like today, since I'm filming, you know, I'm gonna go and use a very special highlighter. I'll be back for 1 second. Jeffree Star. This is a Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost in Ice Cold. Firstly, I'm going to go in with this paddle brush. I've had this again probably for 6 years as well, but the bristles aren't falling out yet, so it's fine. And I clean it pretty regularly, so it's okay. It's fine. I get just the tiniest amount of product, just a little bit on there. Amazing. Like, are you literally joking? A little bit on the cupid's bow, a little bit on the nose, put it on the eyebrow. I put a little bit just over here. Now, I do this normally with every other highlighter. I don't really need to do this for this one, but for the sake of this video, I'll show you what I do. So, I saw this thing on TikTok. I don't remember who did it. I wish I could tell you, but she got, for example, like a white eyeliner, like the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. She used a white. I've just used this because I have it and I need to use it. And I put a little bit just where I put my inner corner highlight. And then what I do is I go back into the highlighter, put it over there, and look how much brighter that is. That has changed my life. And now I go in with my Morphe Jeffree Star JS4 brush. This is the highlighting brush. So just really lightly tap into this and then just start highlighting, ladies. What I like to do is directly after highlight, I like to get a clear brow gel. This is a clear brow gel by Anastasia. And I like to just brush my brows back. My brows don't like to cooperate throughout the day, so I need to like find some way of setting them down. And I like to do this directly after highlight, because if any highlight falls in my eyebrows, I can just wipe it away with this. Now, onto lips. What I like to do is I like to use a lip liner and then go in with a lip product. I used to be all about matte lipstick. Matte lipstick was my thing. I tried to wear matte lipstick the other day and I wanted to rip my lips off. So I'm more of a gloss gal now. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe. It's color pencil, but it's like a lip liner in the shade Sweetheart. So what I do with this lip liner is that I just follow my natural line, but I slightly overline the bottom. Like this is almost my natural like line. You can like literally see. And now for the top, I go slightly above my Cupid's bow and I just draw a line like that, and I want them to be even. And then I just draw the line down. Now what I have been doing for my lips is I've recently purchased a few of the MK Beauty products. I saw them on Love Island and I was like, I don't know if I should get that. And then I got really into lip gloss and I was like, I'm gonna buy every shade. So I'm using the Peachy Gloss in the shade Peachy Nude, and I'm just going to go over all my lips basically. I like this lip gloss because it adds a little bit of color in it. Next, on top of that, I'm going to use the MK Beauty. This is a limited edition Sophie Monk one in the shade Tickle. Now I'm going to go into mascara. On an everyday look, I won't wear lashes, even though I probably should because it will balance out these big ass lips, but I just use mascara to be fair. So I go in with my Target eyelash curler that has probably got the coronavirus on it because it's so disgusting. So this is the Maybelline New York The Falsies Push Up Angel. They thought of something with this mascara. They really, really did something with this. It's amazing. Like, first of all, look at the brush. It's like a little comb. That's so cute. So now you just comb out your eyelashes. Tell me what you guys think after I use this. What are we thinking? The difference is amazing. I know. Exactly what I was thinking. How bloody good. I got this for sale at Kohl's for like $8, so that makes it even better. I know. You don't need to go on about it, I know. Now I just go back in with my Morphe JS2 brush, and because I have highlight like all over my face, so I just go ahead and I wipe it away a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with my Mario Badescu spray. Anyone will do. I normally use a Max Fix Plus or the Morphe setting spray, but it's all the way over there and I don't want to get up because I already got up twice throughout this video, so that's too much. What I like to do for setting spray is I used to spray it directly over here, and it would mess up my mascara and it would run everywhere and there's nothing I could do about it, or it'd ruin my face or it'd ruin some part of my makeup. So what I like to do is I like to spray this upward and then just let it fall down, and then after I feel it on my face I just fan it in. So that's what I like to do. I've been doing it for like quite a while now. See how nice and easy that was? And now to take down my septum piercing. Wow, feeling like myself already. Let's check my hair. So this is pretty much an everyday look for me. If you guys ever want to see anything from me, write down in the comments. Subscribe and like and comment. You know the drill, sissies. My social medias will be linked down below. So yeah, if you guys want to say anything, let me know. Let's do a close-up. Let's do that. Let's do a close-up. Don't mind the handprints there. I don't know what the hell those are. Probably a ghost in my room or something. Ooh, that's spooky. So these are my eyebrows. Just really, really simple. The mascara.